Today is National Hydration Day. We want to talk about ways to stay hydrated all summer long. And joining us now is Keri Glassman. She is a celebrity nutritionist and the founder of Nutritious Life, an educational platform to help people live their healthiest lives. Thank you for being who you are and being with us.
You're so welcome. It's so great to be here.
It's great to see you. You have copious amounts of stuff. But first and foremost, we cannot be reminded about this enough. Why is hydration important?
So hydration is so important because remember, our bodies are 60%, about 60% water. So we need to be properly hydrated. We need water for all bodily processes.
Right.
We need it to regulate our body temperature. We need it for digestion and to eliminate waste.
Right.
We need it to lubricate our joints. Even for our brain health and blood pressure, we need to be properly hydrated.
Okay, that was your reminder.
Your big reminder there.
Right, and don't wait till you're thirsty to be like, oh, I need to drink. You should be drinking. So what are some signs? Because I think I've been told, if you're thirsty, you've passed it already.
Well, that's true and not true. You don't want to have this extreme thirst, but you do want to listen to your body's cues and stay hydrated throughout the day. So continue to listen to your body. Don't ignore those signs of thirst. But if you continue to drink throughout the day, you're going to be okay. Some signs of dehydration are going to be constipation, fatigue. I often tell my clients, I say, when they say to me that they're tired at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I often say, it might not even be sleep. It might just be slight dehydration. So, and then rapid heartbeat, if you get to that point, then you know that is a more severe form of dehydration. So you really have to be careful there. But also maybe lightheadedness, trouble concentrating, that could also be a sign of being dehydrated. And also look at your urine. Your color of your urine. It doesn't have to be completely clear, but it should be light colored.
Interesting. So instead of going for that 3 o'clock iced coffee, have a glass of water maybe.
Have a glass of water. Well, you should actually start your day with water, and you should be drinking water throughout the day. So instead of waiting to get, really thirsty, start drinking your water from the beginning of the day and stay properly hydrated so you don't get to that point that you're tired or you're a little brain foggy.
Right. So talk to me about 8 glasses a day. That I feel like that was always the mantra from when I was little. You have to have 8 glasses of water today. But not all of us are built the same. So 8 glasses for me might be different from 8 glasses from a man who's 6 foot.
So you're absolutely correct. Now, 8 glasses a day, so those 64 ounces, is a bit of a myth, but it is also helpful. And the reason it's helpful is that it is a good goal for many people. Get that 32-ounce water bottle, fill it twice. You're going to at least get somewhat hydrated. However, it varies for an individual, their lifestyle, their environment, their weight. But also, the actual recommendation is really more like 1.5 times that for women and 2 times that for men. And again, it's still going to be very individual, but more like 11.5 cups for women and 15.5 cups for men. So it is more than those 64 ounces. But again, get that 32-ounce water bottle, fill it twice, and you're on your way.
You're on your way. How many glasses of water do you drink? Well, I like to ask the expert.
Well, I have to say, I do use that 32-ounce water bottle thing as a goal, but then I also get in water through other means. And I start with a large glass of water, and then, yes, get it in other means through foods.
Perfect segue.
Exactly.
How can we get hydration through food?
So, as I just mentioned, that 11.5 cups and 15.5 cups, that also includes water from foods.
Okay.
So you can get water from fruits, from vegetables. We have all these wonderful fruits and vegetables here: cucumber, watermelon, cantaloupe, spinach, but then also other foods, even like oatmeal made with water, yogurt, smoothies, teas. All of that is going to help contribute to your water intake and to help you stay hydrated.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned tea, because in our morning meeting we were discussing, can you get hydration from coffee or tea?
You actually can. So it's a myth that you're not going to actually get hydrated. Now, because think about it, coffee, tea, it's mostly water.
Mostly water.
Even coffee, it's mostly water. So I don't like people to use it as part of those 64 ounces or 11.5 cups.
Sure.
However, it's not going to necessarily dehydrate you. You still are getting fluid, so you're still helping your hydration status by drinking that coffee.
Right. Okay, thanks. I won, by the way, for everyone.
You won. You won for the day. I like it.
So, curious about spinach. I don't take it as something that would hydrate me because it's dry.
So,
I love it, but it's dry.
Again, it's not necessarily, ooh, this is going to hydrate you if you're dehydrated, but incorporating all these types of foods into your day is going to aid in your hydration status. Of course, you also want to be drinking that water throughout the day. And also, you have to remember, foods like this also have nutrients that are going to be beneficial for our health, including they also have some electrolytes. So potassium and sodium, getting those things in through food, those electrolytes also are super important for our hydration status because they help keep the water in the right places in our body, and they help the water move throughout our body as well.
The body is like, it was perfectly engineered.
It was perfectly engineered. It is amazing what the body can do when we treat it right.
Right, that's right. I mean, it truly is. So what are some other things we can do to stay hydrated during the summer? Because I feel like we talk about, and it is National Hydration Day.
Yeah.
We only talk about it in the summer. Is there something specific we can do?
So, well, that's a really good point because we do talk a lot about it in the summer because it's hot, so we sweat more, so we have to pay more attention to it. But we really should be paying attention to it all year long, actually. But specifically in the summer, we think about it because it's hot. When it's hot, we sweat more. So we're losing water, and we're also losing some electrolytes with that water. So what we can do is, so some of the things we already talked about, start your day with a large glass of water. So just start off being a little bit more hydrated there. Get a water bottle that you can fill. Exactly. Get a water bottle that you can fill, depending upon how many ounces it is. You can fill 4 times or 6 times or 8 times throughout the day, and even make little marks. I sometimes tell people to put it in your Google Calendar, little reminders to drink. Every time you sit down to a meal, start the meal with a glass of water. Incorporate all of these types of foods, hydrating fruits and vegetables and other foods I already mentioned, even like soups and smoothies into your diet. And then think about also possibly adding in some electrolytes if you need the additional, maybe if you're an athlete and you're sweating excessively.
I put one of those Noom tablets or some sort of hydration and if I'm doing a hard workout.
That can be super important, and I do something similar when I do a hot yoga class. I love that. That's super important. And then also, one thing that people do a lot of in the summer that can affect your hydration and dehydrate you is
too much rosé.
Alcohol. Yes, you're right on it. By the way, you win twice for the day now.
Yay, I win.
Yeah, so you do really want to be careful there, and if you are drinking, you want to hydrate more and be very aware of that.
Keri, it is a pleasure to see you again, my friend.
So good to see you.
So much.
You are so welcome. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Happy Hydration Day.